Hi, this is Natalie from Namaste Farms, and today I'm going to teach you how I shear alpacas. Okay, so everybody knows that I'm not an alpaca breeder and that I raise sheep and goats, and the thing with alpacas is people like to baby them, and I'm not saying at all to be mean to them, but I just look at them just like they're any other animal that needs to be shorn. And so that said, the method that I use for myself is one that I just had to invent because I have to shear alone, and I just had to figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna explain what I do and how it works for me, and then you can take that and then look online at other people's stuff and figure out what method would work best for you. Anyhow, the first thing that I have to do obviously is I have to catch it. My alpacas are not friendly, okay? And so I have to outsmart him. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to catch him in this like makeshift catch pen, and then I'm gonna put a halter on him, and then we're gonna go into the barn. Right now it's about, literally, and I'm not lying, it's like 110 degrees out, and so I'm wearing shorts. And like I have this rule that like if you're over 40 you should not wear shorts above your knee, but I'm violating my own rule because it's too hot. So I'm just letting you know, you're just lucky that I'm not wearing a bikini top too, because that's usually how I roll when it's this hot. So okay, here we go. I'm gonna grab my shepherd's crook because that's usually how I catch them. I kind of hook them on the neck, and so this is so ghetto, I know. Like I used to think people that used hog panels were really cheap, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna try to like trick it into coming in here, which shouldn't be hard because I have that giant feed cart. I want to get it, but I don't want to get the horses. So I'm gonna move so I'm not in its line of vision and its flight zone. Whoa, whoa. Go, because I don't want the horse in too. And you can see that fleece is very long. So I'm going to put my cart over here so it can't get out this hole. And there's my sunglasses that look like they're about to get trampled. So ghetto, honestly. Oh, and the really important thing is some form of thing for my hair. Okay. That went better than expected. And like I said, most of the time I'm alone, and this is just how I have to do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie his head up high, and I'm going to use this panel so that he can't flip his body around. Right? So he doesn't like fly back and forth, because it's going to make it impossible for me to shear. If he cushes, which he might, I'm going to have to get him up because he has this blanket on. Sometimes I will shear them if they cush. The other thing that I will do is if they're completely unruly and I'm not able to do it, I will put a lariat around their flanks and I'll force them to cush. So we're just going to give it a go and see what happens. going to use like a quick release knot like I do with horses right here. Now, I've been kicked by alpacas and llamas and it hurts. So I don't want to get kicked. You have to be really careful, but I need to move him over, obviously. And I don't want his leg to get caught in there. I mean, we have to keep him made, right? So there we go. He's going to switch. There, we're going to get back up. Now I have to get this blanket off of him. It's a little scary because, like I said, mine aren't tame and they haven't been handled. Let me put a chopstick in my hair though, so I don't get hung up. I think it's been like a year since this one's been shorn. So I'm going to grab his foot, and he does not like it, and I don't like it. It's very scary. And it's caught this nice little bit, so it's a very big blanket. And this happens, I don't blanket all of them, but I wanted a nice clean white fleece, and so that's where we're at. Come on, honey. And I have a really bad left arm. It's had a lot of surgeries. So this is particularly hard for me. Hang on. There we go. Oh, look at that. So pretty. I never like to have my body between an animal and something solid. And that's just something we learned with racehorses, so I'm going to push him back out. I use my knee right in the flank to keep him sort of solid and to be able to, I can push away. If I use my knee right in here, I'm able to get out of the way if something goes awry. Safety is crucial for both you and the animal. I'm going to grab, now this is the hard part because this is using my left arm and it is really weak. Oh. And right here, this is, I'm going to have to pull a little bit. There you go. Okay. Oh, he's getting ready to spit. Okay, I have a muzzle that I use for sheep so that they can't eat sometimes. You know, we have to take them off feed, and that's what I'm going to put on him so if he spits, it doesn't get on me. Because I don't have anyone to help me and keep his head away from me. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, now this is where it's crucial that I get it back around. Okay. Okay, I don't have like, you know, stanchions. I mean, we're set up here really for horses, not necessarily for alpacas and sheep, oddly enough. Okay. So I'm going to push his hindquarters this way. I can already see that we're going to have problems, so I'm probably going to take a lariat and try to tie him. I use the weight of my body, and like, you know, I always say I only weigh like 120 pounds, but I can do it. Stay in shape. Okay, he's going to cush. Okay, well, if he wants to cush, I'm going to let him right now, and maybe I can get at least a few passes done. I have on this 13 blades. This is not what I recommend for super beginners, because the more on the combs, the less teeth you have, the more likelihood you have of catching them and cutting them. I would never use these on his legs, but I would use these on the neck and the barrel. Okay, but I'm going to put something down real quick here, just so I can keep the fleece clean off the ground. And I don't like to use a tarp because I don't even like stepping on a tarp. The sound bothers me. So I'd rather use this. These are at Home Depot and they're like screens. And you always want super clean blades, and you want to use a lot of oil. My blades are always clean, my cutters and my combs. And you have to have enough tension that you're going to grip the fleece, right? Because sometimes if you don't have your tension on high enough, it like grabs it but doesn't actually cut, and you end up with tons of second cuts. Okay. When you pick up, that's okay. I'm going to go down, even though I should be going this way, but I don't care. Right now I just want to get it off. throw away. That's no good. Because it's all wet and filthy. Very careful about the cellular. This is all waste right here for me. Just wet, wet, wet. I know, honey, I know. I know. I know. Oh, it's good, it's good. Wait. Okay. Now let's get into the brass tacks here. Start from the back. Find an entry place. So, watch yourself. And it's okay. I don't expect him to be hurt, to lay there the entire time. Once again, it doesn't matter. I've got to get him either over here where I can control him, or I have to get him to push. And all our fleeces, our good fleece is right here at the safe. And the seconds will fall out. But their fleece doesn't have lanolin, so I have to put more oil. You've got to use oil. And just use it very generously. Okay, most people go in the opposite direction than I'm going to go, but you got to do what you got to do. But I feel safer going this way, and he's very angry. Don't want to go back over the place you went. That's how you avoid second. And I make sure I press my blade very nicely, especially on the outer side of the contour of his body. See? Long passing. There's a second cut there. I'm going to just take that and just get it off. Gotta be careful in the underarm here. Okay, I'm gonna move this because I don't want it to get on the ground. And also the hindquarters weren't under the blanket, and I don't want to shear dirty fleece with this fleece that was totally clean under the blanket. So that's a giant piece right there, and this is gorgeous. And you can see back here, this part wasn't under the blanket. I don't want this to come off in my beautiful fleece that was completely covered. So I'm going to just take this off, and I'm going to move it. And since I'm stopping, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to use oil, because we all know very dry fleeces. Oh God, it's so hot in here. I'm not kidding you. I'm sweating really bad. Okay. Okay, be very careful with these. You don't want to get front-footed. They'll front-foot you. Just like a horse getting striped. So I don't go in front of him. And I'm very careful. And I'm going to separate the leg from the barrel. And this neck, this part of it's wet. Still. And this is not very nice. I can see it. And I'm pushing into him so I can push away. So if he freaks out, I can push my body off of him. And he wants to lean against me, and I'm going to push back, because I don't want him to lean against me, because I can't hold his whole body weight. Okay. over you. And once again, my knee is in right here, so I can push away if I need to. We have like a little store right here for guys. Like a piece of hay right under the blanket. And you gotta be careful in here in this length. You don't want to cut them. Right in there, real careful. And we know they have, their penis on a sheep, we call it a pizzle, so I don't just reach under and start shearing under there because I don't want to, you would never do that on a sheep because you hit the pizzle, they'll have to be put down. Okay, so this is the bad stuff. I'm just going to dig in here with my shears because I know I don't want it. It's something I don't want to deal with. Other people will deal with it, I won't. So I'm just going to get in here and try to get it away. There we go. And I don't care about second cuts right here because I don't want this fruit. Some of it's good. And then if I see a second, if that's going to be a second, I can just do that and throw it away. This I don't care about. It's all bad. So let it cover. I don't put the blade flat. I use this outside edge and I lay that against it. There's some seconds in there. You can't avoid some seconds. It's just the way it is. But you're able to shake them out. Okay, and my shears are getting a little warm. I can feel it, so that means I'm going to need more oil, and I need to let them cool down for a minute. In the meantime, while that's happening, I can just shake out those seconds. Not very many of them. And I really want to get rid of that part that was not under the blanket. Because it'll just infect the rest of your fleece. It's not worth it. And I don't want it putting BM in all this other stuff. That's good. Some people don't mind BM. I think it's anathema. I don't want it. So I'm going to roll it so that the inside of the fleece is out to me, or I'm just going to pull it. Sometimes I just don't care. I just want to get it done because their patients, they want to be done too, believe me. And this is gorgeous. Screen this off. I know, honey, it's almost done. Okay, so I need to see where I'm at. I know the contour of a sheep's body really well, but I've only sheared probably 2 alpacas or 3 alpacas in my whole life. So the contour of their body is a lot different. This is the stuff that I didn't want. There. Okay. Okay. Now, you're going to pull the skin towards you so that hopefully, this is stuff I don't want too. I don't want that. Don't pull on the fiber, only the skin. You have to be very careful. And I told you that I don't want to go down the entire leg with these combs because they don't have enough teeth, and I don't want to hook this guy. Also, I know that they have, I know you guys all know, I don't, they have some don't they have like a little, like a knee pad or something? Oh, I think I just don't want to hit anything because I'm not familiar with their body. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just grab the hand shears and just cut it if I'm really worried that I'm going to hurt them. Because you see, you can't see very well. Aha, this is perfect. I can just pull this over and I can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to go like that. I'm going to go perpendicular so that I don't cut him if he kicks. felt at all like these blades weren't cutting very well, I change them immediately. So I gotta see what I'm doing. Now the second cut, it happened. I can't see and I don't know the contour. But see, perpendicular. Down there too much because I don't want, if anything happens, I can't get out. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take a minute and I'm going to get a drink of water and then we'll come back. Okay, I took a break, and so what I'm going to do, Pete just moved himself over to the small, and I'm like, well, I may as well take advantage of it. I'm very opportunistic when it comes to shearing. It's like if he wants to be here, he can be here. As long as I can get the job done. And some seconds, it's no big deal. And okay, right now, I don't have my knee in him anymore, but I have my arm. Because I want to push away. If he blows up, that's the thing. I promise you, even though he's handling this really well, this is not a tame alpaca. And see with the seconds, it's like, okay, so I have seconds, who cares? Believe me, you get seconds. I mean, the best shearers don't not have seconds. Okay, so I'm going to be real careful because I don't want to get hit, and I just want to get it done. And I don't like this type of piece right here, and I don't want to get hit. Okay, see? I want to be real careful. And this piece is really, for me, negligible. Okay, don't laugh, but I don't know where the penis is because I don't know enough about them. I know. Where is your penis? Oh, there it is. Okay, so see on a sheet, the penis, the pizzle would be right here. I see his is right here, so I don't even have to worry about it. Like on a sheep, you couldn't have just went like this on him. I could have, but I didn't even know that. Okay, I have my leg in him because I don't want him to throw himself on me and I don't want him to hurt me. And I mean, who wants their stomach touched, right? But shears. It vibrates. I need some more, I need to put more oil on. And I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. Look at how much fleece we're getting from him. Right? I mean, considering I'm going to throw this away over here because it was not covered, and then there's some seconds and short pieces. And then there's some seconds and short pieces and leg in there. But I mean, pretty much, you know, I can use all of that. Here's the barrel. And then here's leg, and there's some barrel over there too. It's pretty easy to see what is what. I mean, see, I don't even know anything about alpacas, and I can do it. Okay, I know you're thinking, but it looks ugly. I mean, I'm sure there's so many men that can do it way better than I can, that have done it forever and have done thousands of alpacas, but I get the job done. back the other way. But they're really, you have to use a lot of oil with animals that don't have lamb on. Okay, so basically that's it. I'm just going to go through and clean him up a little bit. Okay, so this ends our video on shearing, and I want to thank our sponsor, OH Cruise Perfection line of feeds. This animal ended up to be safe. I'm safe, and that's the most important thing. As you can see, we garnished a lot of fleece. I mean, this is an amazing amount. I'm happy, and I think he's happy. Thank you so much. If you want to contact me, you can at littleatmac.com, or you can find me on Facebook and Ravelry. Thank you so much. Happy spinning, happy shearing.